Hey guys, welcome back to my channel MI Tutorial. In this particular video, I am going to teach you how to use Power BI from scratch. This is one of the first tutorial that I am making about how to use Power BI and why you should use Power BI. If you are a person who is still using Excel to create dashboards and to use for analysis, etc., it is now time for you to switch to Power BI and start using Power BI to do more advanced analytics. Now Power BI is a free tool which is available. You can go to powerbi.microsoft.com website to download your free Power BI desktop application. Once you download the application and install it, this is how it is going to look. Alright, now this is the Power BI desktop version that you are seeing, which is completely free of cost. You can create reports and you can also export it to a PDF or a PPT to present it to your stakeholders. On the other side, there is a Power BI service which is also available, where you can publish the reports onto the server, where others can also view the reports that you published on their device, be it on the mobile or on their laptop. Right now, let's get started. I have a sample data set over here in Excel. Now there are multiple ways where you can connect your Power BI and extract the data from. For example, when you click here on the home tab, there is this get data symbol. When you click here, you can see that there are various data sources that are available within Power BI. One is Excel, you have your SQL server, you have your text or CSV files. You can also connect this directly to your SharePoint, etc. Right? Let's get started and connect this to Excel. I have a sample data set over here. I am going to double click on this, and Power BI will create a connection to that particular Excel file, and it will list down all the sheets that are available within that particular Excel file. Let's wait for a moment, and you see that there are 3 sheets that are available here. We will be looking here at the orders tab. I am going to load this data. So once you click on this, a preview will be generated of what your data looks like, and I can click on load and bring in the data into the Power BI file. I am going to delete the second table. This was I had this data imported already, so just going to delete the duplicate one. So this is your page where you can create reports. There are various reports, there are various visuals that are available. You have your stacked bar, you have your stacked column chart, you have a pie chart, you have a donut chart, you have a funnel chart, and then you have a waterfall chart, and there are loads of custom visuals also which are available. We will look at that later. For now, let's look at creating some simple bar charts or the column charts to begin with. Right, let's take a look at sales by state. So what I did was I just clicked on state, and it automatically created a map chart for me. Now since this is related to the location, it automatically created a map chart, but I would like to look at this in a bar chart. So I am going to click here on the bar chart, and then I am going to click on sales, which is my value. Right, let me just expand this a little. So as you can see here, a bar chart has been created, but here we don't see the labels. So let's go over here and go to data labels and select this, click on switch on data labels, and as you can see here, the data labels have been activated, and this is currently set at display units as auto. You can change this to whatever that you would like. You can change this to none, you can change it to thousands, or you can change it to millions or billions, right? And then you also have decimal value places. For now, I will leave it at auto because it has already added 2 decimal places, right? And another thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to align the title to the center. Now there are a whole lot of options that are available, which we will take a look at in different videos, not particularly in this video. Let's look at only basics of how to create charts and what are the functions that you can use and how you can use the interactive charts within Power BI. All right, now let's look at let's identify our top 10 customers. All right, so I've clicked on customer name, and then I'm going to click on sales. and let's create a bar chart once again, and I'm just going to pull this up over here, and as you can see here, there are all the customers that are listed. All right, let's do a quick formatting here. Instead of repeating of what I did, for example, added data label, change this to change the title to center align, all I'm going to just do is format painter and then put it on this, and then everything will get automatically copied from this particular chart. And now I only want to look at my top 10 customers. What I'm going to do is I'm going to come to the filters pane over here, click on this particular drop down. On the basic filtering, I'll click on top N, I will say top 10, and then I'm going to pull in the sales field, which is my value field, and then put it on over here and click on apply filter. Now this has automatically filtered my top 10 customers. Let's go ahead and change the color of this particular data set, maybe to this yellow, and then on the data labels, this has not added any decimal values. So let's add this manually. I've added 2 decimal values to this. All right, now let's make this a little smaller and put this over here. Okay, now let's look at creating a pie chart based on the segment. Okay, I'm going to click on segment, and then I'm going to click on sales value. Okay, and then I have a table which is automatically created here, but I am looking for a donut chart rather. I am going to click on donut. This will automatically change to donut. Let's make some changes to this in the format tab. I'm going to go to the details label, and then I will tell I need all the details, all the detail labels. Okay, and then since my legend is also mentioned over here, I'm going to turn off my legend so that my donut chart becomes a little more bigger, and then I'm going to align the title of the chart to center. Okay, so as you can see, we have a donut chart that is created. Let's create one more chart for now. Okay, let's look at creating by subcategory and the sales amount. Okay, and let's create a column chart for now. Okay, and let's have this column chart over here. Let me put this over here, make this a little smaller, and then add data labels, and then align the title to the center. Okay, what happened to the data labels? Okay, that didn't get turned on, so I've added the data labels right now. Okay, and I'm going to move this one over here. I'll tell you why. All right, now we've added 4 different charts over here. Now one of the vital feature of Power BI is that these are interactive charts. Now what I mean by interactive charts, for example, let's say you want to know your top 10 customers by California. How do you see that right now, right? Because this is our total top 10 customers, right? Now we don't know how to see by country. In Power BI makes this particular task very simple. All you need to do is just click on California over here, right? When you click on California, all of these charts have changed. Now this particular chart has changed, and it is now highlighting values where there are sales in California, right? In California, who are our customers is what it's highlighting. And over here it is telling us that phones have 0.07 million spent, chairs have 0.06 million, likewise over here. Now let's tweak this report a little bit, because for example, in California there is no spend, this customer has not spent any amount in California, right? So I don't want to see that. Now let's go to the format tab, click on edit interactions, and when you click here on the state, there are 3 options that you get here. One is there is none. So what happens when you click on none? Let's click on this. So as you can see here, even though I am clicking here on a state, this particular chart is not changing for me, right? But however, you take a look at this column chart and this pie chart. When I change here, the values change here as well, because I have not made any change to this particular chart. Okay, now the other option is highlight, which was the earlier one. which is selected by default, and the one next to it is filter, right. So when I click on, let's say, California, it will filter the top 10 customers for California. Let's look at Texas for now. These are my top 10 customers for Texas, right. Let's do that quickly and change it with all the charts that you see here. Okay, I need to click on this chart and then again select filter, filter, filter. Click on this chart, select filter, filter, filter. Click on this chart, it's already filtered. Okay, click on this chart, filter, filter, and filter. All right, now this has become an interactive chart. For example, let's say your manager tells you to identify who are your top 10 customers who are buying chairs, for example, right. So when I click chairs here, you can tell your boss that these are your top 10 customers, and these are the states where the maximum sales is happening, and this is the segment which is making most number of sales, right. Let us expand this a little so that we can see all the numbers. All right. Now likewise, if you want to know under consumer segment, which are the top categories which are making maximum number of sales. So when you click on consumer over here, you can tell that chairs, phones, binders, storage are your top subcategories which are making highest number of sales, right. Now let's say you want to look at consumer as a segment and identify who are your top customers in the state New York. So I'm going to press Control and then click on New York, which will activate two different filters for me, right. So now I have selected consumer here in the segment, and then I have selected New York in the state, and then these are my top 10 customers. Now that we went through the basics of creating these charts, now let's say you want to look at who's your top customer by month, right. Right now we don't have a filter for month, so let's add a filter or a visual for month. Now you need to click on these ellipse over here and click on get more visuals. Now this is a place where you can add a lot of custom visuals which are available in the market. Right now I need a visual which needs to be added to the BI for me to be able to select the time, that's the year or month or day, etc., right. So I'm just going to type in timeline over here. There's a beautiful slicer that is available. I'm going to click on add. This, you can see that this will get added into my visual folder over here, and then I'm going to click on this timeline. It will add a visual over here, and then we have order date column. I'm just going to click on this order date. All right. So as you can see, a timeline has been added. Now you can drill up and drill down in terms of years, quarters, months, weeks, days, etc. It's up to you how you would want to play around with your data, right. So let's just make this a little smaller, and let's say your manager is asking you who are your top customers, what is the category which is making highest number of sales, and which segment is it, right. All you do is you just select 2016 and everything else changes here in the report, and now you're looking at your top customers for 2016. These are your sales by state, by segment, by category. Everything gets filtered based on what you choose here. Now let's say you only want to take a look at let's say Q2 of 2016, right. So you just select this, drag to the months, the desired months that you want, and the rest of the charts get filtered over here. Now this is a beautiful visual to use. It's very powerful as well, right. You can just play around, you can choose different months, etc., different years, and play around, and the entire data will get filtered. So this was the first part of the Power BI tutorial, a very basic one for you to get started, and all I request you is that you download Power BI, you take your data set, play around with it, see what you can do, what you can create, how you can put the Power BI to the best use in at your work. I will continue to make a couple of more videos on Power BI and teach you how to get going. Until then, take care, and I hope you learned something new. Please consider subscribing to my channel and do hit the like button. Thank you so much for watching.